Assalamu alaikum. My name is Tachkia Hussain. Importance of Internet on Education System is my term paper topic, and my ID is 203666013, course code CAC 705, course instructor Dr. Amitabh Chakraborty, submission date 23/05/2021. Then, in the next slide, we are seeing the presentation outline. 1 to 14 outline. Presentation outline, title slides, introduction, literature review, methodology, objective, workflow, result, conclusion, future recommendation, reference, and at last 8. Then in slide 3, we're going to our introduction part. In introduction, internet is nowadays popular medium of communication. We are blessed in our life to having internet. And ICT helps us so many sectors like medical, education, business, communication, e-commerce, network, online, and so many. But especially ICT is developing and praiseworthy nowadays. And Bangladesh government is also taking the additional steps to give an urban and rural people the access of internet, and they are using internet like worldwide people. Then the next slide are presenting about literature review. Here we have some theory where we can see that we have to gain the ICT properly. Theory 2, our educational system developing like other developed countries. Theory 3, government should give the facilities of having free access of internet to all the education institute. Theory 4, being concerned about the good and bad effect of internet. Theory 5, educational systems and methods should upgrade using the latest technologies. Theory 6, ICT knowledge must for primary and higher levels of education and between the students. The next slide is slide 6. It's about methodology. ICT has nowadays popular most of the sectors like education, treatment, business, beauty, networking, international conference, meeting, online learning, and banking, also transport are taking the advantage of modern technologies of internet. And nowadays people using many types of apps we are seeing here in a picture, like Google Chrome, Facebook, Django, many presentation slide, Skype, and many other apps we are using to communicate, to information retrieval and presentation making. Nowadays, teachers also giving education us or educating us by multinational and multimedia, but the multimedia educational system is very popular. Online learning also popular through the students of nowadays. The next slide is objective. Here we should use the internet for good and educative purpose, not the bad purpose ever. 2, ICT laws are important due to consider all the latest ideas cyber security. 3, mental and social harassment through internet are the reason of depression, suicide, school or college dropout, and lack of attention education. So we should improve these sectors also. 4, cyberbullying. Blackmailing through internet, fake news, bad comment of social media are what the disadvantage of internet. But government makes sure internet activities available to both urban and rural area. Government should organize ICT-based training for the young students and employed people who have lack of ICT knowledge. Next slide is like a workflow of ICT term. Right and left side, first transforming. How we can get the transforming? Specializing in the use of ICT, then creating innovative learning environment, then in second is to be infusing, understanding how and when to use ICT, facility learning, then we have to apply it, learning how to write ICT, use, enhancing traditional teaching methods and technologies, then emerging, merge it, becoming aware of ICT and supporting work performance. We should maintain this workflow to get the proper advantage of ICT. We can also develop the workflow in many ways. This is a way I have thought or found, and like my thought is that kind of. And the result. It is a source of communication nowadays. They using it education and ICT knowledge helps them to get support to use modern technology. Bangladesh government has been taking steps to available internet for students or educational area and other for using at a good price and taking help of experts for welfare of internet networking and so many. So people of Bangladesh are grateful to government. Here is the picture. We are seeing that education and internet use. It is a graph chart of diploma, CSC grad, some college and graduation college. The next is conclusion. We will take a very little conclusion. The use of ICT helps us to get all the things in the world to hand, like this picture. The world is in our hand through internet, but the rural area of Bangladesh are not having the proper access of internet. So government should concern about it. People of urban and rural are the wealth of our country. So government should all concern about also both rural and urban people. And next slide is future recommendation. Okay, through ICT, we should have many things to do. Like more internet facilities should be given of the students of rural area so that they have all the knowledge of ICT to develop themselves. Establish legislate and regulatory framework for ICT issues like IPR, data security and protection, digital signatures. ICT education provided by different private organizations promote use of ICT by providing a special allocation for ICT project implementation in the public sector. Train the decision makers in ICT use and promote the ICT culture. Okay, reference. The source of internet and research paper. I saw many research paper in the internet about importance of multimedia, like impact of multimedia system, ICT system, internet system. So through the many sources, other sources like many topics, many chart, many graph, I have realized that this can be a good method of teaching, learning, and making this way properly. There's no specific research paper, specific paper behind the slide. Okay, and the next slide is last. Well, we're almost reached in the last of the presentation. So before leaving the presentation from, I want to thank my mentors of the